What's the desperation to get out? And then complain about it. You have a desperation to see somebody. It got to be somebody on that stay away order. What's up, everybody? It's your girl B Octavia, and I am back with another video. Welcome to my channel. If you are new and this is your first video watching me, thank you for coming. I am from Washington, D.C. I am a mother of a 4-year-old, and I'm also an entrepreneur. In today's video, we will be discussing the updates I found on Tia Carey's murder case. Tia Carey is a 21-year-old mother of 2 that was gunned down at a gas station here in Washington, D.C. Tia was driving with her 2 children in the back of the car when she spotted her child's father and his girlfriend at a gas station. She made a decision to stop at the gas station. It was said by Metropolitan Police. She got out of her vehicle, went to the car that the baby father was driving, and that is when a fight ensued. A viral video actually came out. It couldn't have been an hour later. It was very fast that video came out. You can hear the shots in the video, all that, and especially you can see the fight. So she made this decision to stop at the gas station and confront them, and unfortunately that decision cost her her life. As seen in the video, there was a second where the murder suspect had a choice to disengage from that fight, and in those seconds she ran to the vehicle that she was in and grabbed her boyfriend's gun. I discuss every detail of this murder and the fight in the original video that I did speaking on Tia Carey and the whole scenario. Very honest, very raw, and that video is doing very well. I want to say thank you if you're watching this one and you did watch that one. I believe it's maybe close to a year now that I did that one. I'm very proud of it. It was a video that I was actually scared to upload, because you gotta understand, like, a person that's close to my age, a person that is a mother, you know, I want to make sure that I'm sympathizing with you, but I'm also telling you where you went wrong and where other people can make another decision. You do have other options, and the hugest option is to disengage. And that video will be in the description. And with all of that, with giving a briefing on what has happened in the past and what I already covered, let's talk about the updates that I found, because I'm very excited to talk about it. I'm excited to talk about it because I found it myself. Tia Carey was in my mind a few nights ago, and I just decided to look back into it, see if there was any updates, and I was excited because there actually was something that I can come back and tell y'all about this case. Good or bad, you know, updates are updates. I'd rather updates than no updates at all. Tia Carey's murder occurred January 6th of 2020. And both the child's father and his girlfriend were arrested and charged shortly after that murder went down on that same day. So here we go with the updates. In February of 2020, a month after this murder occurred, a D.C. Superior Court judge was considering tying both cases together, meaning that the cases are separate, but the Superior Court judge was considering conjoining the cases into one. I did some digging and found out who exactly that helps or what that does to a case. So this is what I found. Judges will join trials only if the prosecution has charged the defendants together. A judge shouldn't join trials of defendants who are charged with the same crime if their cases do not arise from the same facts. Tierra Posey was charged with second-degree murder while armed, and Ms.Fords, which is the boyfriend to her and the baby daddy to deceased Tia Carey, was charged with kidnapping while armed and carrying a pistol without a license outside a home or business. And those charges stem from in connection to the homicide of Tia Carey. After his girlfriend shot her, he took the gun from her, got in Tia Carey's car with the 2 children in the back, and he drove off. He claimed he didn't want the children to see their mother laying there bleeding, so he drove them home, which was to Tia's mom. Number 1, forgetting that he was traveling with the murder weapon, and number 2, not even notifying Tia's mother about what had just occurred. When the judge considered joining both cases, the attorneys of both defendants fought it. Posey's attorney requested that their client be released under 24-hour home confinement, and also put in the request that the prosecution offer Ms.Posey a plea deal. And my thing is, a plea deal for what? Like, I could see if you giving them some type of information, saying that your boyfriend told you to shoot, or your boyfriend, he didn't make matters any better, he kind of aided in his baby mother's death. But if you're not saying nothing like that, then what would they offer you a plea deal for? So after they put in the request that the prosecution offer her a plea deal, they declined to offer her one, as I suspected they would, because it just don't make sense. What would you want a plea deal for, if you're not telling us something that makes sense? If you're not flipping on your boyfriend. In deciding that she be released under 24-hour home confinement, that would pretty much mean to me that they would be making a decision on joining the cases or not, if they are going to decide whether she's going to be released into 24-hour supervision. The decision was set to be determined on February 20th. And at first I thought that the judge decided to keep the cases separate. And why do I say that? Because Ms. Tierra Posey, was released into a halfway house and placed on high intensity supervision, and this occurred in September of last year. She was back in court in November of last year, complaining about her living arrangements in the halfway house, complaining about the stay-away order that was put out against her, and she was complaining about the GPS monitor that has to be on her at all times. And this is why I said that I thought the judge kept the cases separate. I may have to take that back, because this is my theory. The stay-away order could be in place so that both Mr.Fords and Ms.Posey don't see each other, meaning that he was possibly released until the trial or the sentencing, because she was released. Mr.Fords had a preliminary hearing set March 3rd of 2021, but I could not find an outcome on that, so that's why I'm making my theories and speculations on certain things. Either he was released too, and that's why the stay-away order is in place, or he wasn't released, the cases remain separate, and the stay-away order is in place to keep her away from her loved ones and family. It's either one of the two. Either way, we know for sure that Ms.Posey is out of jail. And of course, I don't like it. Ms.Posey doesn't have any children to get back to, no career field that she was in. What's the desperation to get out? And then complain about it. I would have kept her locked up. So, in recent news, as recent as June 7th, 2021, Tierra Posey was back in court again. This time, the judge granted a motion to lift her curfew, which I don't like. She is on pretrial release, charged with second-degree murder while armed. The judge granted the curfew being lifted, but did not authorize the GPS monitor to be taken off, which the lawyer requested highly for his client. And now I've really made my final decision on how I feel about the stay away order. Because complaining about a stay away order and complaining about a GPS monitor in my eyes means that you don't want to be tracked. That's number one. And you have a desperation to see somebody. It got to be somebody on that stay away order. She want to go see that. He got to be out of prison too. That's the only explanation to why she keeps coming back to court complaining about the GPS monitor. You were charged with second-degree murder. In the midst of a fight, you chose to do something very cowardly, and it took a mother away from her children. Meanwhile, you get out of jail and you don't have no children to go back to. No nigga to go back to. You shouldn't even want to go back to that nigga. They want to, without a doubt, stop her from seeing him, stop them from talking about this case if it ain't in court. That's my conclusion. She probably thought once she got free, she would be released to her family, and that didn't happen. Pre-trial release and 24-hour supervision. She must have thought somebody was going to babysit her and she would still be able to do whatever she wanted to do. No, honey. They are going to remotely watch you. They're going to watch you, periodically within this halfway house. That's why it's important to know what you're fighting for. Especially in a situation like this. She didn't understand what she was agreeing to in being released. That's why she came back to court complaining. She didn't understand that, just like she didn't understand that he's the reason she's in all this legal trouble in the first place. If you would have dropped him sooner, you wouldn't have been able to run to no car to grab his gun and shoot his baby mother. A fight between both young women probably would have happened anyway. They was both taunting each other over social media. The boyfriend, the baby father, wasn't making it no better or even attempting to. It was only a matter of time. But he's the reason. And it seemed like she not even grasping that. So she's still on the box, as we say here in DC, which she isn't too happy about. But do you think Tia Carey's mother is happy about having to bury her child? It's a lot that a lot of people is not happy about. But a murder suspect not wanting to be monitored, not wanting to be watched, it's not about what you want anymore. Your life is in the hands of the law. I bet you she wished she was a little bit younger. They might give her, if it's something lesser, they might give her manslaughter. But they didn't even offer her anything. I want to know, without a doubt, if she's going to plead guilty. You got to show in some type of way that you feel bad for what you did. You have to show that you have some type of remorse, that you feel something towards Tia Carey, even though y'all had problems. You took her life. Was the problems that serious? I don't think so. And maybe it'll take her a while to realize that, but the reality of it is you don't have a while. None of us do. But especially you on a time crunch to make a decision, to man up as a woman, put your big girl panties on, and take responsibility for what you did. You really gonna sit up here and complain about restrictions on you When Tia Carey had restrictions to breathe, restrictions to live another day. And those restrictions are restrictions that you provided to her. That's what you provided. It wasn't that serious. I hope that the judge takes into consideration everything that she's saying right now. Because it's not somebody who feels bad for what they did. You just don't want to be in this situation no more, but you still trying to go see it. He out. He probably don't give a fuck. He didn't care enough to tell Tia's mom that she was out there dying. But you want to just drop the kids off in an erratic behavior and just go about your way. Neither one of them care. They should be thrown in jail for a very long time. If all you got to say is, I don't want to be on the box no more. If all you got to say is, I don't want to be in the halfway house no more. You a murder suspect, baby. It's not about what you want. You're not going to get that for a very long time. You're not going to get privacy for a very long time. You're not going to get your way. Once you become an inmate, you lose a lot of rights. Did you not know that? I will have another update in November on this case, as Ms.Posey will be back in court. And now that I have all of the updates out of the way, and we are all informed on what's going on, I briefly want to state how I feel and save the rest for November, right? Because there will be a lot more to say. This is my thing. With young women, we have to almost reflect almost every day and ask ourselves, are we being more loyal to a person that we really love? You may really love that person, but are we being more loyal to him or to her than we are to ourselves? You really gonna rot and age in prison for a decision that you made behind a nigga that will forget about you in due time. The bitterness will come later if it's not now. She don't feel that. She don't feel like she got set up and entangled in something that she really could have got herself out of. It does happen to all of us. But sometimes you gotta foreshadow some shit. Sometimes you really gotta be in deep thought and think about it. Think about what you doing and what it's for. If it's for somebody else, if you're trying to prove something, your love, your loyalty, it'll never be enough. It'll never be enough. I want to tell y'all some warning signs. If you are messing with a dude that has kids, by 1, by 2, by 3, don't really matter the number of baby mothers, right? Listen to how he talks about his child's mother. Listen to how he talks about her. Listen to how he talks to her. And most importantly, listen to how he talks to her in front of you while you're around. All of those things matter because niggas show off. They start to act different. Why? Because he's trying to prove some type of loyalty to his girlfriend, like he don't feel nothing for his baby mother, when you should feel something. She had your child. You think that's an easy thing for a woman to go through? At least appreciate her for that. If you can't stand her, then don't fuck with her. Don't talk to her about nothing other than the children. But you don't have to down talk your child's mother in front of your new significant other to gain some cool points. I've been through that myself. And it was confusing. It was hurtful. But I peeped it. And to think that situations like this happen just from something small like a behavior that a nigga got. Peep it. It can save your life. And listen, if you are a mother, one thing that you never should do is care more about the nigga than you do your kids, to the point where you putting them in danger and you putting yourself in danger. You have to be mindful of what you do. You have to be mindful of every movement, especially when you have kids, because you always want to be able to tuck them in bed at night. Always. This should be a valuable lesson for a lot of people, including myself. We all don't have an ideal situation with our child's father, but it don't have to be about relationships. It don't have to be toxic. We can have conversations, healthy conversations about the kids, and just keep pushing in a positive direction. It don't have to get to this point, because it's so fucked up to see all of this happen. And it's a year later, and these motherfuckers, these defendants, still don't care. So Lord knows how long it'll take them to care. I don't have that long. The judge don't have that long. The judicial system don't have that long. You're going to be doing appeal after appeal just because you keep complaining about an ankle monitor. You keep complaining about being in a halfway house when you really going to be back in prison in not too long. Can't wait till the trial. I want to see if they plead guilty or not. That's what I want to see. It's a damn shame. A mother lost her life off of a decision that she shouldn't have made. But it was a lot of decisions made in that short amount of time by all folks involved. And everybody gets burned. Did you feel good about that? That's really some sucker shit. Do you feel good about that? A lot of people think it's going to turn out to be self-defense. I don't think so. And when I say I don't think so, it's a lot of I hope not in there. It's a lot of that. Because I want this to be a lesson. We need lessons. We need people to be the lesson and the face of what we should not do and how we should not handle a situation. Heat of the moment, my ass. Think about it. We all 19, 20, 21. I've been like this since I was about 7 years old. Maybe even before that. You gotta think. I always knew I had to think things out. You gotta have a mind of your own. Think rationally. Or you gonna be doing 10, 15, 20, 25, and then you gonna want to be a changed person, and then you gonna want to have remorse. Maybe it'll take that long for some people. Maybe it will for her too. We will see overall the outcome of this, but I will be back to y'all in November with another update on this, and let's see where we get then. It's your girl, B. Octavia. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for tuning in to yet another video. We at 7,000 subscribers. I want to thank y'all from the bottom of my heart. I know I ain't said it yet, but I wanted to wait till it kind of surpassed the 7,100 mark, just so that I'm in the clear to say thank you, because sometimes it goes down and fluctuates and stuff, which is fine. It's a journey. But I'm pleased to say that we are on the road to 10K. It's crazy. We on the road to 10K. So yes, like this video, share it to whoever you think gonna feel the same way. Share it to somebody in DC. Share it to Twitter. Comment your thoughts. Share it to your community on YouTube. Share it on Instagram. Screen record it. You feel what I'm saying? Screen record me. And send it to me. Post it on your story. Do all of that. I'm following people back on Instagram. I'm following back people that fuck with me. I subscribe back to people that's doing their thing. So yeah, let's, another day, another hustle, another blessing. We on it. I'll see y'all in the next video.